Hey everyone, it's Joy, and I want to welcome you to a very exciting Zoom. I am very excited to introduce our special guest, Robert Sacco. It seems only yesterday, although it was many months ago, when we had launched the triGLP drops, we had Robert on, and it was a Q&A, and it was one of the favorite and most viewed Zooms to this date. So we have Robert Sacco, co-founder of both The Origin and IGNYT. And he's going to do a brief presentation this evening. We're going to have a little bit of focus on our new product called IGNYT. And then if there's time, I have about 15 really good questions that the team has submitted. So Robert, take it away. And thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and sharing tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, Joy, for having me. I always have a lot of excitement when I get to come and share this vision and what is happening right now with Origin. So thank you for the opportunity to do this. And I'm excited about being able to share just why Origin is doing what it's doing right now and why we project this thing to go worldwide in a big way over the next 12 to 24 months. But we're going to talk about the product first because I think that that's where everything starts is with a really good product. And then we'll talk a little bit about the business just on the back end. And I'm going to do all the Q&A that we can do here. And hopefully I can answer all your questions. So just a quick thing about me. I am the co-founder of Origin. I'm excited to be doing this with Dan and with the strategic partnership with Be Epic, because we understood that this product from the very beginning needed to have the ability to get worldwide. It needed to do it quickly while the conversation is definitely hot. But we also know that starting a company just from ground zero and you want to take it to the world is very difficult, and it takes 3 to 5 years to do it correctly. And so we have a great strategic partnership with Be Epic, using their worldwide distribution and their licenses around the world to get our product to the market. And it's been really good so far because we are moving so fast that it's a little crazy. So my background with MLM is literally in everything. But my big background comes from marketing. I've owned an ad agency for over 30 years. And branding and all that good stuff is my favorite thing to do. So that was a natural thing for me to kind of fit into the marketing side over here. And then it's just about making sure that we get this to the market. And I've been in every facet of the C-suites in this industry, and we're in good hands with the people that are here helping us take this to the world. So let's kind of start talking about Origin and what it is, how it gets going. And number one, it starts in Norway. And I was so fortunate just about 2 months ago to be in Norway to go through this entire platform of where our ingredient is sourced from. And it's amazing because Norway has very stringent laws on how they can do harvesting of salmon, how they have to keep it clean. They protect the Norwegian fjords, which is where our salmon is grown and harvested. And that gets us the purest product to start. If you understand the purity part of our story, you'll understand that it's all about what goes in at the very beginning drastically affects what comes out at the very end when it's on your doorstep and ready for you to consume. And we start with literally an egg that is handpicked and then raised from that point until the point that it is put into a patented product called Progo. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. That is our key ingredient that brings these amazing agonist peptides to your doorstep. And so that is where it all starts. And it is incredible the way they do this and how they go literally from like the egg until 18 months, we actually have our harvested fish. Now, for people who are a little bit maybe old school, because this is the way I was, I always thought that farm raised was bad and that you wanted wild caught and all this stuff, just to kind of get off your question that might be firing back, is you have to understand that it takes 5 years for a fish in the wild to get to the size of harvest, number one. Number two, that's 5 years of it being in heavy mercury water with parasites. Every one of those now have parasites. And so farm raised lets it be truly handpicked and nurtured through every process. They have as much interest in this fish as anybody does, probably with their kids. And so they take it literally that serious with every aspects of it. And then they take it to the cleanest waters in the Norwegian fjords where fresh water is coming in, pressing this, and they have some incredible ways of intellectual property and how they raise these fish. And it's sushi grade salmon that we're able to take into this incredible product called Progo. And this is our key ingredient. It's a salmon protein hydrolysate, and this is what is making the magic happen. It's taking the bones and the head and the skin and the things that you don't think would be great in salmon, and taking it through their patented process to break it down and to give us this absolutely powerful powder that we then can take and put into our products. And one of the things that's is crazy about this, and we're going to talk about it here in a second even more, is that it's clinically studied for over a decade. We have clinicals, we have in vitro studies, we have published studies all about this patented process and the specific product in human studies. This is human grade, and in fact, it is currently the only human grade salmon protein hydrolysate on the market. Okay, so let's talk about that. Because one of the things that we were able to do that gives us a huge competitive edge, not just as our company, but for those that choose to be distributors with us, is that we have a worldwide exclusive on Progo in our category. That means that nobody else in the world in our category can have this ingredient in any type of product that they want to do. And that gives us amazing opportunities to bring it to the world. And we can do it in the way that we want to. And I think that that was one of the big things about why we got this worldwide exclusive, was because of the way that we were talking about the product, the way we were taking it to market. And they could trust us with taking it to market the right way to get the right message out there. And this is not something that they would take lightly, because this is something they have put millions, like 50, 60, 70 million dollars into putting this product together to get it to the world. So they've entrusted it with us. We're entrusting it with you to take it to the world. Now, why is timing the best? Well, because we're in that metabolic moment right now where everything is about peptides, right? And it's not just injections that you're seeing those happen right now. You're seeing them all over the world, coming out in all different forms that people are trying to do to take it there. And that means that the timing couldn't be any better to have this conversation. And it, again, was the reason why we needed to find a strategic partnership to take this product to market. We needed to get this out while it was the conversation piece. And this isn't going away anytime soon, by the way. This is just developing into even bigger and better things that we're going to be able to bring to market, powered in this amazing Progo product line. So GLP-1s, obviously everyone's heard of them. That's the Ozempics and the Wegovy's and all that good stuff that's out there. Semaglutide is another name for them. These are all what changed the game. They found that this was doing incredible things, and we got to see people lose a lot of weight over the last 2 or 3 years. But they did this at a cost, because there are definite side effects that happen with the synthetics that you're taking and putting into your body. And the one thing I will be able to say so loud and clear is that everything that you're seeing from Origin is 100% all natural products. And so there's nothing coming in that's a synthetic or an additive. It's 100%, even down to our flavorings or our side products to get a little bit more of something. Those are all 100% all natural. In fact, organically natural. Well, we actually call Origin pure. That's how clean these are. Now, we don't need to do it with the needles. We don't need to do them with these high prices, because if you've been following around in the GLP-1s, you also know that these are extremely expensive. When you're going to the doctor, you're getting it, and especially at the beginning of this year when insurance no longer pays, in the United States anyway, for you to get your injections, you have to be diabetic to get them. And so that put a lot of people out there to try and do this on their own, where you're spending $600, $700, $800, $900 a month to try and get these GLP-1s. And then here comes Origin, and Origin brings it in a way that's all natural, doesn't have any side effects. It's easy to take, it's pain-free. You don't have to do a jab every single day. And you get the results that you're looking for. And one of the things that we have just done, like literally on July 4th, we brought our second product to market, and we're going to talk about each one of them individually, IGNYT. But we literally have two products that we call the foundation and the fire. And so our triGLP drops are a double patented product that has a patent obviously on the product that goes into it, but then also a patent on the extraction process, which it doesn't use a carrier oil. So you're not getting a bunch of MCT oils and stuff that your body has to kind of break through to get this into your body. It's water. And it literally is absorbed into your tongue or under your tongue. Within just seconds of putting this into your mouth, you're now starting to get the benefits of this product. And then you also have a play on the GLPs. Both of our products have a GLP-1, a GLP-2, and a GIP agonist that brings all three of these and turns them on. And these are natural things that happen inside of your body, but these are things that are naturally now being turned on because of the peptides that you're taking inside of the triGLP and the IGNYT. So let's talk about each one just real quick. GLP-1, that's known for cutting the food noise and feeling full much, much faster. Okay, so that's the big thing you hear about Ozempic. Those are the things that you're seeing from GLP-1. That's what GLP-1s are known to do. Now, what two that you may not be familiar with is GIP. And GIP is super, super important because that's what makes you have your muscle preservation. This is a metabolic boost that you're going to get. This is super important because you don't want to lose fat or muscle. You want to lose fat. And if you look at some of these GLP-1 only products, people are losing weight. But there's a big difference between losing weight and losing fat. You don't want to lose all your muscle. And you can see that in some people. Some people call it the Ozempic face, right? And it's like they're sucked in, they're skinny, but they're not like healthy. And so that's the beautiful thing about GIP inside of this product is it's going to help muscle preservation. And we have clinical studies that prove that, okay? Then we also have GLP-2. And if you want GLP-1 and GIP to work well, you got to have your gut in a good place where it can process it all. And that's what GLP do is it helps strengthen and rejuvenate your intestinal linings. This is where everything happens. And so GLP-2 is gut health. And that is in all of our products as we get going. Droppers, easy to do. It's 0.25 milliliters. It's not much. We're talking about a very small amount that you're going to take once or twice daily. And that will get you the foundation. Now, if you're looking for aggressive fat loss, there's two ways that you can go about doing this. And with our new launch of IGNYT, you're going to be able to choose which is best for you. What we believe is that the foundation comes with triGLP. It's the easy one to get off maybe in the morning where you're setting up the foundations of getting it going. It's quickly absorbed in your body. And then we have our IGNYT. Our IGNYT brings in more of this metabolic boost. You're going to feel the energy. You're going to actually probably feel this within 15 minutes of taking the product. You're going to start to feel this metabolic boost. And this is the clean energy that you want to feel, but it's also the booster that goes and drives your fat loss. It drives the other pieces of this, like the glucogen, glucose control. Also has collagen 1 and 3. You're going to see great benefits in your skin, your hair, and your nails. All these things that you're going to have that are benefits in here. And guys, the beautiful thing about this is that none of this you have to listen to me about. You literally can go to our website at origin.co/real science. Just click on the real sciences at the top and read about it because we have human studies on this, whether it's in vitro or published or true clinical studies done like at Stanford. We know exactly what happens when you take the powder in this exact format because that is exactly what they did in these clinical studies. We believe this is a 1-2 punch. Again, I call it the foundation and the fire because the fire is going to kick on the burning and the foundation is set up in the morning. Now, the great thing is that you might find out that you want a little extra boost both times. You want to get that feeling in the morning and do it in the afternoon as well. then you can just take 2 of the Ignites. It's the same process that you're going to do. So take 2 sachets a day, or take a drop in the sachets, or take the 2 drops. Whatever fits your lifestyle, that's what you're going to find. But I encourage you to try them both together and see what is the best results for you. Okay, so now let's talk about the science behind it, because this truly is what got me interested in this product in the first place. Over $50 million in this research that we're talking about. They weren't going to take Progo out to the marketplace without it having proven to be something that they can make a claim on. And we actually have FDA claims, Health Canada claims that can be made on this product, backed by the studies that are set up, done by Progo. And this is the thing that gives us the exclusivity again, too. Nobody else has these, because no other product in the world that's in the salmon protein hydrolysate has got this ability to claim this. Nobody. You're it. Origin's it. It all ties to Origin, and it all ties to you to go out and share this. And if anybody wants to know or question whether it works or not, you just literally can send them and let them find the studies for themselves. In fact, we put it again on our website so that it's all in one place. It's easy for them to get it. So why now? Why would you want to build a business now using Ignite or using triGLP? Why now is Origin's time? And it's real simple. $387 billion in a global market size and growing every single month. This conversation is not stopping. The world of peptides and the knowledge of what this is doing for people around the world is just getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting more expansive. And the great news is that we can expand our product lines as our company grows, as new things are found. And I'll just tell you, the 50 million doesn't stop. They're continuing to put in more and more research, driving even more and further and wider product offerings that we can bring through Origin. We have a moat of competitors that they just can't cross. They can't go and compete with us with 50 million in research to say, my product does this. I know that it does this. That's a competitive edge. If you're looking for a business that is like, I don't have to spend a bunch of money to go do it. I don't have to spend the 50 million to go out and have this product, and I can go and make my money based on everybody else's work. I just gave you this business in a way that nobody else can compete with you on an apples to apples basis. And then we have a system. It's easy when you understand that you can set up on auto ship. This gets automatically delivered. You don't have to ever house anything. This is a business model that really takes it easy to go out and to build. And there's just not going to ever be a time that's better than right now to have this conversation. In fact, most people, obviously, when they take the product, they start to look different, which is a natural conversation piece. But it's also just a conversation piece that literally everybody's talking about. And if they're not talking about it, they want to know more about it when you share just a little bit about it. That's going to make a huge deal. And so the Origin business is really simple. It's 3 steps that you do. You're going to share it, you're going to build it, and you're going to grow. And one of the things that you'll do at the very beginning is just share what the product is. Let the science, let the tools do the work for you. We have a video that's out there. We have a bunch more tools coming your way. We have one sheets for the products that you can share. Let that be the first conversation piece. Let them do the conversation starters, and you just do the introduction. And the great thing is that we have an incredible comp plan. It starts at 50% of the amount of money that they pay for a product. So it's the retail price. You get 50% of that every single time that a customer buys a product. And it's not just the first time. It's every single time that they ever buy a product inside of Origin, they're earning a 50% commission. We call that our customer bonus. Now, as you go and you build, you can also build a team of customer gatherers, which is the way that I've always built it, because then I can leverage time, people, and money to go out and build a big business. And the easy way to do that is just to share the same thing that you're doing. Share the product, what it's doing for you, what it's doing for other people, and then turn around and say, hey, this is a great business. Where else can you go get your hands on all natural peptides that aren't going to hurt anybody, that you can take it and share with people. They're going to see results, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 weeks. They are completely seeing a new you, a new them. And then you have something that they can share as well. So growing it and sharing it for people who don't want to do it, just gathering customers, all of that builds volume for you to earn commissions on. And that is the trick to growing as big a business as you want to. There's no limit on how big you can grow. There's no limit on country. You don't have to stay here in the United States. If you're in the United States and you want to build it in Mexico, you want to build it in Hungary, you want to build it in Russia, you can do that simply by just sharing it on social media or sharing it with people where you're finding people no matter where they are. We are currently in over 84 countries with this incredible product. So I can't wait to keep expanding it and growing these markets. And we're just seeing month after month after month. We've never had a month that didn't do more than the previous month. And this month we're on a record pace to break like all big numbers that we even thought about that we could do. And it's because of the way that you guys are able to share and grow this business. The timing makes it very easy to have the conversation, and our business model walks you right through how to do it. So now it's just about the close. Start with the foundation. You bring the simple product to the market. Then you add the fire to the business with our compensation plan and with our ability to share that, even with some tools like Closer that's getting bigger and better every single day. A natural way that you get it for free to share on Instagram. Naturally, where we build the stuff for you, you don't have to do anything. We handle all of that for you. And really, you just to get started, you're just going to ask yourself, which pack do I want to get started with? We have several different ways to get started. You can start with just a bottle or just a bag. You can do one of each. You can get 2 of each, 4 of each, 6 of each, whatever it is that wants to get your business started. I will say this about IGNYT. If you're just thinking about really going out and starting a business, I would encourage you greatly to think about IGNYT because it's so easy to share. And so just being able to send a sachet here, send a sachet there, let somebody try it. I will tell you, IGNYT tastes incredible. So if you're looking for something that is easy, like there's no weird taste in it or anything, sometimes the drops might not be the best tasting stuff, but it's easy, right? It's like a few drops, you're down the road and you're easy. That's great. For me, I love IGNYT. I'll be on the IGNYT twice a day just because I love to take it. It tastes incredible. I want that energy at the beginning. And so that's just kind of where I am. And then there's going to be people like maybe my wife that will do the drops morning, afternoon, just because it's easy. She doesn't want to go and have to mix a drink. So whatever it is best for you, or what's best for you and your customers and your distributors. That's the beauty of it, is that we give it to you so that you can find what's best for them and their lifestyle. So with that, you go to origin.co. It's not com, it's .co. And you get with the person who's here that invited you here if you're new, because they'll take you right to where you can get started, and they have their site that they want you to go to, obviously, because they invited you. So Joy, with that, I just want to turn it back over to you, and I'll do my best to answer the questions that you have.
Sure.
And I guess unless there's something else that you want me to do.
No, that's great. I love your visuals. I was taking my phone, and so maybe I can get some of these pictures and I'll share with the team. I mean, they're really, really good. One thing I did just notice, although it just disappeared, it did say origin.com, and I know it's origin.co, but
It is, yes. I just caught that at the very end. So
yeah,
I'll
but anyway, I'd love some of these visuals and I'll share them. And thank you. But I do have, you've actually answered many of the questions, but we do have a little bit of time. So how about if we do some rapid fire?
all right.
That
We'll
sound
do
good?
that here.
That was really good. You got me really excited about this new edition. I love when people have options. I imagine myself, I'll be doing one of each, but who knows?
Yeah.
I've
I think
loved the drops, but the Ignite sounds really good.
yeah, I
Um,
think that once people get going with the 1-2, you're going to see how that works, and then you're going to just find out what's best for you.
Yeah, and the Ignite is very shareable. You know, the drops are a little more challenging unless you have your bottle with you. So,
Exactly.
number one question, when will the Ignite be available for customers to order? Because I have had many of my customers ask.
Yes, and we want that to happen too. We have a huge customer base begging for it.
Yes.
So I believe within just a few days we'll have that. Here's what we're doing. We're not going to do anything with the customers until we have everything stocked in all the warehouses
Okay.
uh, for our markets that are open, just to make sure that they have the great experience. We opened with a pre-order for our distributors, but I would say within a few days we're having that. We are running so many per day right now.
Wow.
It's very quick in the process, and so I'm excited. I think within a few days we'll have it open for.
Amazing. I didn't want to tell anyone, and I was hoping it wasn't August, so good. Um,
No,
Question for fat loss. What's the best time to take each of the two powders, IGNYT drinks? And
yeah,
since diabetics have been prescribed Ozempic, does the IGNYT also offer benefits? I think you already covered this,
yeah,
to the possible elimination or decrease of their medication. The person
yeah.
is not a diabetic, but she knows some people who are. So she just wanted to know, is there a timing with it, or is it like with the drops where you find what works best for you?
Yeah, so you're gonna find what works best for you because your sleep pattern and your lifestyle is yours. And everyone's different. Not everybody's into the waking up at 6 a.m. or between 6 and 7 a.m. So
Yeah.
you'll find what works best for you. That's why I'm saying, and just try them. See what's going to be the best for you. I like to do my Ignite in the morning. I do it when I get up. It's one of the first things I do. And then I do one probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just because I don't want it so late that I have a problem sleeping with some energy, but I do love that afternoon boost that pushes me through. And again, I also get a little hungrier about then. And so having it help put that food noise down and make me feel full earlier than dinner, that's always a big help for me. As far as the diabetics go, the first thing I just always am very clear on is that, when you're starting to talk about diabetics, you want to make sure you're working with their physician.
Sure.
But one of the things that you'll love about this is that the GLP-1s help control your glucose levels. And it's different for everybody. But when you start to take the drops or you start to take Ignite, what we do know, especially on the Ignite, is that we have a clinical study that you can go read about, and it absolutely shows that it helps regulate your glucose inside of those studies. And so it helps support that. And we've had everything from testimonials about it being, a big impact, some of them a small impact, but any impact is a good impact. And so I would say on that question, definitely consult. But man, if this will do something great for you, and you can get off of the synthetics or cut down the synthetics, that would be a boost for you.
So, 8 ounces, or can you do 12 ounces of water?
Yeah, so you can do 8 or 12. It's really about the flavoring at that point.
Sure.
It's not going to change anything. So if you like it a little bit, less sweet, you might go ahead and do like 12 ounces. I actually do mine in 16.
Okay.
So I kind of get my hydration going as well in that
Yeah,
process.
no,
The more
I like that.
hydration, the more hydration you have in your body, the better it all functions. So
Yes.
I do 16. You can do whatever it is that you like. Some people don't want to have a big drink in the morning. They just want to get it over with. So
Yep.
you can put it in 4 ounces. It doesn't really matter. The water is not the big thing. It's getting the results in your stomach, and it mixes incredibly well, by the way. Super, super awesome in mixing.
So another question, are GLP-1s, GLP-2s, and GIPs, are they considered peptides?
Yeah. So they're hormone peptides. And so what our product does is they're agonists. Okay. What that means is it turns them on. Like you
Okay.
naturally have a GLP-1. You naturally have GLP-2, you have GIP peptides in your system. They're hormone peptides. And what our products do is it literally goes in and turns them on
Yeah.
to say, hey, you're full, right? So that's the GLP-1. Or GLP-2 is, hey, go help restore your gut. GIP, make sure you're doing this metabolic boost and making sure that you're protecting those lean muscle masses so they're not getting eaten up and used for energy. That's what our products are doing, and so it's just about having them turn on and off. Think about it just like an on and off switch.
Okay.
And by the way, the GLP-1s, if you're not real familiar with them, all of these GLP peptides, in your natural state of body, they turn on and off, and they go off very quickly, like seconds, right? So it's turning on and it's gone off, and it has to keep firing. What we do in our agonists is we put it in there, and it just turns it on and leaves it on for about 4 hours. And
How
so
many
that's
hours?
about 4 hours.
Wow. Okay, wonderful. Um, is IGNYT similar to the triGLP drops, just a different form? Yes.
It is and it's not.
Yeah,
So
you mentioned an energy component, and I think this is going to excite a lot of people.
yeah. So when I first found this product, I took it in the powder form and I absolutely just went crazy. Like that was with my first sample ever taking this product. I knew that we had $1 billion business because this product worked in the hottest conversation and it could be easily brought around the world. It's got 3 or 4 ingredients in it. Like, I mean, it's super, super clean. And they put 50 million plus dollars in research behind it that I have clinical studies that I can say, I know that this, if you take this product, 90 some percent of the people got this result. And that is super powerful. So I took it in the powder form. The powder form is also where all of our data in the research comes from. They never used the drops. So when we took it to drops, we did it because we had this powerful extraction process as well.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have a double patented product to come to the market first with, and you were able to get this without having to go through the gut, that was a big way to bring it to market. But now when you have IGNYT has a whole lot more of our key ingredient in it. Like it's got 6 grams in each sachet. 4 grams of that is our Progo. That's what's driving this. And so you're getting a lot more of it inside of this product. And that brings the collagen benefits up. That brings the metabolic boost up. That's why we call it IGNYT Metabolic Booster. And
Oh,
it's what I call the fire. That's what does the fire. So they're similar, but you might see a little bit different results in the collagen and the metabolic boost. You're always going to get the GLP-1, GLP-2, and the GIP benefits in both.
great. Why don't you list the peptides in the ingredients for the IGNYT? And also, it is 30 sachets, not 28, correct?
It's 30 sachets
Yeah.
in the IGNYT.
Yep.
We don't list them because that's not what's in them. We have our salmon protein hydrolysate, which is what actually triggers as the agonist to open up your GLP-1s, GLP-2s, and GIPs. They're not peptides going in your body inside of this. It's the agonists that are turning them on that your body naturally creates. No synthetics, all natural, making your body do what it normally does. And so when you look at the ingredients, you're going to see salmon, protein, hydrolysate, Progo, and that's the worldwide exclusive on the only thing out there that's human grade that can really do this.
Beautiful. Is gut health the same without the lemon and ginger? You know how the triGLP has the extracts, and it's been a nice added health benefit. But
Yeah, so obviously lemon and ginger were added for a purpose.
for
It
flavor,
definitely helps with a little bit with the flavoring of it. I don't know if anyone's ever had some like fish bones from a salmon. It's not real tasty. So it helps mask a lot of that, but it also has the benefits of boosting some of those benefits inside of the product. You're going to see that inside of IGNYT as well, just because of the amount of Progo that's actually in there. You're going to get the same thing with your GLP-2s and your gut health and inflammation. I mean, cutting down inflammation in your body is just a massive thing. Um, Clinical study on that one. You can go read about that.
amazing. We had Dan on last month, and think I remember him saying that most people will take 2 sachets or 2 drinks per day. However, depending on how aggressive they want to be with their weight loss, some people could or have even taken up to 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, so actually, I've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't
Okay.
gone over 4. 4 in a day. I didn't really notice that much of a difference. 2, I definitely feel like is enough for me. But if you're wanting fat loss and you're not getting that, hunger and food noise gone, and you're not actually starting to feel like your body's starting to reform, then go ahead and take another one. It's natural, and it's natural even in the injectables. I mean, they all start you at a low dose, and then they start to move your doses up, right, as you get going. It's just find the dosage that's working for you. Here's what I will tell you: it's all natural. You're not going to overdo it. You're not going to hurt yourself. by taking 4 a day. So you just find what works best for you.
I think Dan said there was someone who was in the trial or whatever, a heavyset gentleman out of Utah. True that he lost 50 pounds in 2 months. I mean, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy. And I've known this guy for a couple of
Wow.
years now. He
Wow.
struggled.
That's
He,
amazing.
he used the triGLP drops and he lost a little bit of weight with the triGLP drops, but the Ignite fired him up like that.
Wow.
That kicked him over the edge. And again, everybody's body is different.
Sure.
Everybody needs a little bit something different.
So good.
But man, it truly became the fire for him.
Amazing. Amazing. Does it taste like cran apple?
You know what? Everybody has their own taste buds. I love it. It's kind of we call it a cran apple, but it's actually from beets. So it doesn't taste like beets at all, by the way. But it tastes amazing. Like I don't even know how to put my finger on it. It's like a lemonade. I don't even know how to put it there, but it tastes great. We couldn't come up with a good name flavor for it, so that's why it's just metabolic booster. It tastes amazing.
No, I like that. It's hard, my computer doesn't like how you spell some of, the origin and the ignite.
Yeah.
I always have to correct it, but I do like the names. Have you ever thought about a energy? I mean, I've an energy source like an ignite and a charged ignite,
Yeah.
meaning caffeinated, just more energy. You're talking like there is energy. I just have known
You,
where there's, a product that might have a decaf and people like that boost of energy. Sounds like you don't need it with this.
yeah, so no, that's not true. I think when you look at finding very niche specific product base, um, you can see some of those things, like some of the things that are in conversations might be like a pre-workout that would be juiced up with some caffeine and some other benefits.
So
And
there might be in the future.
the greatest news about Origin, if you're building this business, is that we have the ability to go and drive the benefits with this with additional benefits because it's just an all natural thing that we can throw out. And how you consume it is in a lot of different ways as well. So delivery mechanisms can be in a lot of different ways as well.
So there could be a charged version, perhaps.
Could be.
Aha.
Could be
Aha.
lots of different flavors, I mean, we have so much capability to build
Amazing.
a business and expand out our verticals that if you're looking for $1 billion business run, this is the only one I've seen in about 20 years.
Wow. And I do like that you can do the half and half. Um, you know, someone likes the drops, but they want to try yeah, so that's really good. Question, how did you discover the resonance? This is Jana's of this as a blend that gave the same and better rejuvenating results than the meds by far. Hmm.
Well, I wouldn't go by meds by far. That's I don't we haven't done any studies on how it compares against like an injection.
Okay.
But what we do know is that this product has been pushed through lots of the in vitro studies and then also going into human clinical studies to know what happens when you take it. And it was one of the big reasons for me to drive into getting Ignite as the powder form. It's just because I can literally go 4,000 milligrams of this every single day, twice a day, does this. These are the results that we're going to get. It's proven in this $50 million research. And that's something you can hang your hat on and you can go and drive your business with it, knowing, good and well that what you're saying is something that we can back up. Nobody else
Beautiful.
can do that.
Beautiful. Is there going to be a short video like you have with the triGLP for the Ignite?
Yep. Yeah, we have several different videos that are coming. One will be just a triGLP teaser. We'll have the one for Ignite,
Yep.
both having the foundation and fire story, and then we'll have the one combined. And then we'll have some little stuff that will be out for social media as well. So now that we're all baked in, we've got our products out, we've got all the packaging done, we got all the labelings done, we got everything saturated. Now we can go into the marketing and we can bring it to you,
Love
and
it.
including these great slides that you guys will be able to have in your back office by the end of today.
Oh, so beautiful. Can Ignite be given to dogs or cats? And if so, or
I don't know.
okay, just curious.
All I know is that it's human grade, and that's what they didn't do studies on dogs and cats. They I will say that salmon oil is amazing for dogs and
Yeah.
cats. So I'm sure there's benefits.
Have you seen, or should anyone be taking any time off? Let's say, like I've been using the drops since December. Do you ever say do something for 8 weeks and then take a week off, or just there's no need to? It's an all
No, for
natural.
this, actually, it's about consistency.
Yeah,
So the more that your body becomes accustomed to exactly what you're doing, that's why the regimen is super important with this. Like trying to
yeah,
take the same time every day,
yeah.
trying to kind of get into a routine with it is important because that consistency is what drives through those results. Your first couple of weeks, you should start to feel the food cravings and really have some satiety to it. How do you say that?
Yep.
But then your weeks 3 through 4, you should start to really start to feel clothes hanging differently. Like that's when I start to see the body constitution, how it feels on your clothes. And then you start going into your 5 through 8, and that's when you start to see maybe the scale. But don't be fooled by the scale.
Yeah,
Look at your body composition. It's the most important thing. Like I don't want to lose weight if it's my muscle that's being gone and I have to go and rebuild it back.
yeah.
And especially the older I get, the harder it is to do that. So I want to make sure that I'm preserving my muscle. I'm just losing the fat that I want to lose. And that is the beautiful thing about the triple GLPs that are in our products.
Great. I have a question because when you said consistency, some people are like, I can never remember to take my drops. And so I'm wondering, sometimes people take 10 drops all at
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Is there anything wrong with if someone just says, let me get my 2 sachets out of the way and drink,
No,
you know,
that's kind of
16
the
ounce?
way I've done it both ways.
Okay.
Um, for me personally, I like to take it twice a day just
Yeah.
because I want that to be a little bit more active at the time that I'm taking it. But that we have this 4 hour window. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So where I want to eat, I want to take it so that I have that 4 hour window where I'm not having that food noise.
4 hour window. I like that. Um, that's super. I think there were some questions. Do we need 2 boxes to equal 2 bottles?
Yes, yeah. It's
Feedback. Yeah.
30 sachets. You're going to take them twice a day, then it would be 60. And the great thing is that, by the way, they're all the same price. So, like, if you're getting 2 bottles, it would be the same price for doing 2 bags. So it's again, one of each does your whole month, two of each does your whole month as well.
Good, good. Um, have you personally seen a difference in your body taking it, body composition? I'm assuming that we're talking Ignite here, Felicia. Probably.
Yeah, so I've only been doing Ignite for about, I don't know, 3 weeks because everybody else has been getting the samples. So I'm the last one to get like consistent stuff. So I haven't seen all that much, but I will say this. I noticed the energy boost at the very beginning, and that to me, honestly, is the most important thing for me.
That's a
Uh,
biggie.
that changes everything. It makes you want to get up and move. It makes you want to you go and do things where you're not just thinking about food all the time. It's like the food noise is just definitely diminished with Ignite.
So what makes the flavor of the powder?
So you can read the back of it. If you go to origin.co, you can look at the ingredient list in the back, but it's got beets, and I think that's the main one. But I really don't know how they've gone through it. We have some incredible guys at the lab that have done some amazing things to do the
Okay.
flavoring, but it's all natural.
Yep. So someone was, and what are the added ingredients? Stevia and the fruit.
Here, yeah, I'm gonna read them
I
to
know
you.
the beet powder for the color, so it's natural. So
Yeah.
that's good. And yes, to answer the question, this was first. The powder was before the drop. So yes, it was the original. And that's what I'm excited because that's where all the studies and the science were derived from. So that's really exciting.
Yes, I mean, again, I always wanted to bring the powder to market, just because I do feel it better, but it gives us all the ability to use the studies and be legit on those studies as well. So that's a big reason for doing it.
Beautiful. I know that Dan had mentioned in the past with other companies I call them samples. What I'm going to personally do is I'm going to do a seven day Ignite experience, and people are going to pay because I think whenever I've sent samples, a lot of times it's still sitting in their desk or in their car, or they forgot where they put it, whatever. This is too
Yeah,
valuable. Plus the mail is so slow. I don't want to slow down my business sending
yeah,
samples. But
yeah,
for people who do need it, I'm going to do a 7 day, which would be 14 sachets, and call
yeah,
it an Ignite experience versus samples. I just like that wording better.
yeah.
And for anyone who wants to do that, I'm going to do a Zoom on that. But I think that this is just so valuable. First of all, Robert, when we first did our Zoom with triGLP, you had said the best way to do it is 3 months. And I remember going, 3 months? Like people are going to buy 3 months? Once I wrap my head around it, I'd say 1 out of 4 people do 3 months supply.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cost, if they've been looking into GLPs, they know the cost is very reasonable in relation, and they don't want to run out, and they want to save on
On
shipping, etc.
shipping,
They want their
exactly.
product, and they know they can personally commit if it's there in their house. So now, and I do remember you saying that, the best way to do it is 3 months, although the average, most people do 1 month. But thank you for
Yeah,
saying that early
and,
on.
and it's good. I love the reset for two reasons. When someone first wants to make a commitment to go down one of the toughest things there is to do in the world, right, is to change habits
Yeah.
and to truly lose, and reach your goal. Make a commitment, and I think that that commitment also holds them in a little bit more to fulfilling what their goal is. So they're committed in that, and so there's another reason to do it that way. But ultimately, you just never want to run out. Consistency again, super super important.
Yes. Another question, and then I know we want to honor your time, Robert, but these questions are really good. I've been writing down the answers. So, since the Ignite can give you energy, has anyone experienced any jittery, any of that kind of, like there's different kinds of energy,
Uh,
or is it a
this is
nice
this is
sustained
clean
energy?
energy. You're not
Clean
gonna get
energy.
you're not getting that caffeine boost out of here. You're getting true
Good.
protein that's going in and
I
turning
am
on
so
more
excited.
GIP. It's clean. Yeah.
Clean. Yeah, and it's interesting because I thought I was retired. And now And now the best opportunity that I've ever honestly experienced in my decades of being in the industry is right here. So what am I going to do with it? So what are all of us going to do? I know we've got people on here that came because of the product. They didn't know about the opportunity. Now the opportunity just keeps getting better and better. So thank you for doing the slides. That was very important for me and I think for everyone else. And we'll have access to them
Yeah, they'll be in the tools in your marketing side of the back office.
in the Origin or
Yes,
BFF.
in Origin. No, in Origin.
Origin.co.
That's it. Go ahead, log in, click on marketing, go to tools, and you'll see presentations.
Oh, fantastic. That is great. Everyone's really excited that you were here. So thank you,
Well, thank you for having me.
co-founder,
It was fun
bringing
to share.
Origin and Ignite to the marketplace. And I did notice that my bags have been, well, at least they were acknowledged. I don't know if they've been shipped yet to Vermont. It takes a bit of time to get here, but I am really excited and I will be, doing lives on Facebook once again.
I'm super excited for you to get them. They're truly amazing. And hey, I will encourage you to do this just for those who are wanting to build a business. You're going to be the first ones if you've already purchased, the Big Night and they're on their way to you. Film the unboxing of them, get that into social media, start driving that out there so people can see this happening and know that this product is out there.
Good.
And go ahead and mix it. Let them see how easy it is to mix, and then let them see your face when you drink it. It tastes amazing.
Good. I like that. Any questions, anyone? If not, we'll just call it a wrap. And thank you again, Robert, for saying yes. And we do our Zooms all about triGLP. Now it's triGLP Ignite
Yeah. This
once a
is all
month.
about Origin now. You want to stay with the name Origin because
I'm
we're the
sorry,
bread and
Origin
butter.
Ignite. Yes. Yeah, and I like now what did you say? It's the metabolic booster and
Yeah. Yes.
in the
So we
fire.
like to talk about the foundation
The
and then the
foundation, yes. And then
foundation.
fire. Foundation and fire.
You got it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Once the recording is completed, we will convert to a YouTube. And hey, Robert, we could have been looking at you close up instead of your slides this whole time.
Oh, that's all right.
Anyway, you have a wonderful evening. Thanks
Thank
again, and
you.
thank you everyone for being here on the call.
All right.
Bye for
Bye.
now.